It's likely that we all know that there are many ways of producing electricity, and that they may vary in quality. People use electricity every single day, from their alarm clocks in the morning to their phone chargers at the end of the day.
There's a lot of controversy around using different types of energy production, especially nuclear power and fossil fuels. Many people believe that using clean energy sources such as wind or solar energy are key to saving the earth.
I'm Joseph Beetroot,
I'm Holly Hagel.
and today we have brought three representatives here to talk to us about these processes in Uganda, Australia, and Russia.
To talk to us about the political aspects, we have also brought a professional dystopian analyzer.
Hello, my name is Jennifer Vasca. I have studied politics for 13 years and have written two dystopian novels, Greenlight and Spark. I will be looking at these countries' energy usage and how it could lead to a dystopian society.
Let's introduce our first representative, Napira Mikuba, a representative from Uganda. Would you please introduce yourself?
Hello, my name is Mapira Makubwa and I am from the Sunni tribe in central Uganda. I am 48 years old and I'm married to Rabona Shi. I have two children, Chura, my 12-year-old son, and Vidole, my 50-year-old daughter. What would you like to ask?
Well, to begin, could you please tell us about what types of energy you have most experience with?
We use a lot of fire energy at the village. Charcoal is commonly used to warm our homes and we burn the leaves of musizi trees. Charcoal is easy to make from the musizi tree's bark, so we try to use as much of the tree as possible. Almost all of our trash is made into compost so we can use it again and again. Oil and coal are almost used never. We use them on rare occasions because they take so much effort to acquire.
Have you ever used more renewable resources like hydroelectric or solar energy?
We do not have the technology to build efficient solar panels or other tools like that. We have made some small windmills to harvest wind energy, but we could never use hydroelectricity. Water is very rare in our village because rains only come once every few months. We try to save as much of it as we can for our farmlands.
Has Uganda ever attempted to expand into using nuclear energy? I know many people tend to not trust it as other forms of energy production.
We do not know how to use nuclear energy as it is beyond our technological limitations. You cannot construct a reactor out of dirt and leaves, can you?
Thank you, Mr. Mikuba. That will be all. You may leave.
Now, Mrs. Vasca, how likely is it that this Ugandan tribe will evolve into some sort of dystopia?
As things are now, it isn't very likely, but it is possible that in an effort to improve Uganda, a dystopian government might take over.
Thank you for that, Jennifer.
Now for our representative from Australia, Charlotte Corbin.
Hello there, my name is Charlotte Corpian, but please call me Charlie.
All right, then. Charlie, tell us about yourself.
I'm the CEO of Mandela Energy. We're a clean energy company working on adding more sources of clean energy in Australia. We have windmills throughout the outback, hydro dams around the coast. I do not have any kids, but I do have a wonderful husband, Nick.
What are your opinions on nuclear power?
Nuclear power has its place in the world, but not in Australia. We have beautiful wildlife not found anywhere in the world. And nuclear power could backfire horribly. If nuclear power grows too much, it could damage the Earth permanently, and I can't let that happen.
It is a very commonly held opinion on nuclear energy.
What is the most efficient energy source in Australia?
Wind energy by far. We have constructed over 400 windmills and have plans to have over 4,000 by 2030. Hydroelectric energy is another goal for us.
How do you plan to tackle the rising amount of fossil fuel usage?
It's important to realize that we've been using coal, oil, and natural gases for over 150 years. This kind of change won't happen instantly, but I have a plan to eliminate fossil fuels entirely by 2050. We haven't finalized all of the details yet, but Mandela is striving to keep Australia clean.
Thank you, Charlie. You may leave now.
Jennifer, what are your thoughts?
My thoughts?
Australia is perfectly suited for a dystopia. Outside of major cities, the outback is largely unpopulated. Intense heat forces people to stick together, and an already unstable government could lead to a dystopia in the right hands. The predominant usage of fossil fuels does not add much to the changes. Overall, I'd say Australia is a 7 out of 10 fit for dystopia.
Why do you say fossil fuels would not cause many changes to the development of a dystopia?
Because so many other places use fossil fuels with no issues. It's mainly about the environment that Charlie was talking about.
Thank you for that analysis. Now, for our final representative, Ivan Petrov.
Thank you, Joseph.
Would you please describe yourself?
My name is Ivan Petrov. I have lived in Russia 51 years. I am CEO of Konets. We deal for oil in Russia. I have no wife and no kids.
So, Ivan, what types of power are most prominent in Russia?
Fossil fuels, primarily. Oil, gas, and coal make up over 86% of energy usage. Russia is the world's largest country, so we have lots of oil fields. Without using fossil fuels, we would not be able to travel across Russia quickly.
Is there any work being put into renewable energy, such as solar panels?
Roughly 10% of energy is wind energy or hydroelectric energy. We do not use solar energy as Russia does not get lots of sun. Biomass energy is not as useful as Russia animals need it for food, not for energy.
Do you use nuclear energy?
Russia uses small amounts of nuclear energy. We have small plants in major cities, such as Moscow and St. Petersburg.
Do you think you will make strides towards renewable energy?
Maybe. Russia's vast landscape have potential for windmills, but fossil fuels. Fossil fuels are a major part of economy.
Thank you, Ivan. You may leave.
No. Mrs. Vaska, can we get your analysis?
Russia is already ruled by a tyrant, Vladimir Putin. The potential for a dystopia is very high because Putin could hoard all of the fossil fuels.